in. How are you today? That's great. So I understand that you were looking for some advice for your upcoming trip. Yeah. Okay, great. So I did some research for you, and I know you're spending 5 days in Paris. Yeah? Okay, great. So I did some research for you, and I found some things that you might want to do. I do have a day-to-day itinerary for you if you would like to, but we can actually take a look at these and we can decide what you want to do and you don't want to do. Does that sound good? Okay. So, got a little map here for you. You can have this. Okay. And so this is just a guide. You do not have to. Don't have to do any of this, and whatever you want to take off, just let me know and I'll make a note and we can edit that. Okay. So you have 5 days there. And what month were you looking at going? Okay, so you want to go in May? Okay, yeah, that's a really good time to go. The weather's starting to get warmer, but there's not as many tourists there, so I think that would be a great idea for you. Okay, so on day 1, well, first things first, you're definitely going to want to take a look at this map here, and there's some different neighborhoods. I would recommend staying in the 7th area right here because that's where a lot of the shops are and things like that, but you can look. 9 here is the Arc de Triomphe, which is also more of like the financial kind of businessy area, but I would recommend staying in 7 or 8. There's just a lot more shops over there and a lot more things to do. You're kind of in the center of it. And then here's the Eiffel Tower area. So I would take a look at this and kind of think about where you want to stay, and then next time you come, we can definitely look at hotels for you if you're interested in that. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so for day 1, I thought you could go to Hotel des Invalides, and it's just a magnificent building complex dedicated to France's military history, and it was built between 1671 through 1678 by King Louis as a military hospital, and it's a showcase of the country's military power. And actually Napoleon is built here, so what you can do is you're just going to see the magnificent building, you're going to see the cobbled courtyard, you can head to the opposite side of the building complex and have a glimpse at the Dome Church as well. So if you're interested in that, let me know you want to do that. Okay. Right. And you could probably spend maybe an hour there. Mm-hmm. And then the next thing I think maybe you could go do is go see the Trocadero Gardens. And it's a 25-acre public garden, and it's on the opposite side of the Eiffel Tower, so you can kind of hit that and the Eiffel Tower. Just kind of seeing the gardens beautiful. You can even get maybe a breakfast there or lunch there. It's beautiful. The building on the north end is called the Chaillot Palace. The park descends gently from the palace to the Seine and Port de Lena. It has beautiful trees, quiet walkways, and bridges over small streams, and it makes it a very romantic place to take a stroll. It also has a rectangular pool lined with stone and bronze. And so since that is near the Eiffel Tower, you can definitely go see the Eiffel Tower. If you want to go up in the Eiffel Tower, you'll have to make a reservation, which if you'd like to do that, I can get that set up for you. Would you like to do that? You want to think about it? Okay, yeah. It's not, I don't think it's necessary. I think it's just cool to just see the Eiffel Tower. So if you do, if you go up, you'll see the beautiful city of Paris. But you don't have to. You can just go see it. Champ de Mars, and you can take a walk in the gardens, and it's one of the best spots for taking the photo of the Eiffel Tower. And then you can see the Musée Rodin, and you can start in the gardens there. They're beautiful, and you can discover the great Rodin sculptures. There's also a beautiful 18th century mansion housing. And then later that day, I have you going to the Arc de Triomphe, and in between these, you can obviously stop and get food. We'll go over restaurant ideas once we get in your main attractions for each day, so we can put in restaurants in there. Or some of my clients just prefer to kind of stop along the way and kind of see what's there. So whatever route you want to take, if you like that route, I can always just give you a list of restaurants that you want to go to. Does that sound good? Yeah. Okay, great. So the next thing that I have on your list for day 1 is the Arc de Triomphe. And you don't need to buy tickets ahead for this. You can just go. But you're going to take the underpass under the arch, and you're going to climb the steps to the top of the arch. On the way up, do not miss the small museum presenting the history of the monument. So the Arc de Triomphe is actually the world's largest arch, and it was commissioned by Napoleon in 1806 and completed in 1836. Okay for day 1. Yeah, I don't want to make it too busy because it's your first day there, and I think it's something about Paris, just walking around is just enough for a day. So I put some things on there. Are you okay with all of those things? Good, great. Okay, day 2. I would recommend that you leave around 9 a.m., but you're gonna go to the Louvre, and it's the world's largest museum. And I gave you 3 hours. It is huge, and you still will not be able to see everything. And then you're going to go to the Tuileries Garden for about a half an hour. It's just a beautiful public garden. And then the Musée de l'Orange, and it's Monet's Water Lilies series is on display there, so that's a really cool thing to do. I have you going to the Centre Georges Pompidou. It's a unique futuristic building. And then you're going to go to the Hotel de Ville, which is a beautiful Renaissance style building. And then you're going to go to the La Madeleine, which is a Roman Catholic church with a unique design. And then you're going to go to the Opera Garnier, which is an unbelievably ornamented opera house. And then after that, you will take a walk to Galeries Lafayette, which is an amazing department store. So that's kind of day 2. I did put on the map kind of where you're going, so it is a lot of walking. You can take the public transportation system there. Got great metro there that you can take. It's very easy to navigate to. You can even just type it in on your iPhone, and it will tell you what lines to take. Yeah. It's really easy. Or you can do walking, it's just up to you, but you will be kind of all over that day. Okay, was there anything that you wanted to know more about day 2? Maybe one of the attractions? You want to know about the Centre Georges Pompidou? So it's a culture and leisure center, and it was opened in 1977. It houses the Modern Art Museum, and it's Europe's largest of its kind. And it was designed by Renzo Piano and Richard Rogers in high-tech architecture style. So you're going to go there, and you're really going to want to just admire the unique design of the impressive modern building. And then I think you should definitely do that. Was on that list that you weren't interested in, really? Okay, so you don't really want to go to the Hotel Dayville. Okay, let me cross this off. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Because these days are very packed, and I understand. Okay. Alright, so for day 3, you're going to leave your hotel, go get breakfast, go get coffee, anything you need to do. So the Notre Dame Cathedral isn't open right now, but you can go walk by it. I would definitely go see it. You can't go in for tours yet, but I would definitely go walk by it and just walk. And that neighborhood over there is beautiful, so I would definitely just kind of go over there and walk through that neighborhood in the morning just to kind of see stuff. And then you're gonna go to Saint Chapelle, which is a place with beautiful stained glass windows. It's gorgeous, so I would definitely go see that. And then you're gonna go to La Concierge. You're gonna take the RER to the Luxembourg station, and then you're gonna go to the Luxembourg Gardens. And you could even have a lunch picnic there or have dinner there. But it's a beautiful garden. I would maybe get a bottle of wine, some sandwiches or something. Yeah, it's beautiful. And then after you go to the Luxembourg Gardens, you're going to go to the Pantheon, which is an impressive monument. And then I have you scheduled for a boat trip on River Seine. And it's a very romantic experience. And again, these are kind of all over the place, so you can take the metro. I'm going to sign you up for a metro pass where you can walk. It's a lot of walking though. Are there any of those activities that you want to know more about? The La Cassandre. Okay, so it's just a Gothic palace that was built in the beginning of the 14th century. It was built by Philippe the Fair's royal palace, and then it was converted into a prison. It was during the Revolution that it earned its international fame as being a place of terror. Thousands were held here, including Marie Antoinette, Danton, before their execution. Today you can see the prison cells and trial rooms and medieval kitchen and torture chamber. Are you interested in that? Yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds interesting. And then the Luxembourg Garden, that's free. You can just go in, stop by a shop, get a sandwich, get a bottle of wine, and just relax. Yeah, that's fine. And then the book tour, if you're interested in that, I'm going to go ahead and book you. It's about an hour and 15 minutes, but just go on a tour. It will take you down the river. They also serve you dinner, so if you're interested in that too. Yeah, okay. Great. Okay, so for day 4, I have you going to the Musée d'Orsay, and it's a must-see museum for fans of impression. Are you a fan? You are, great, okay. And then the Père Lachaise Cemetery, and it's actually the world's most visited cemetery, and we'll talk about that in a second. And then Montmartre, it's one of the most romantic neighborhoods in Paris. And then the Sacré-Cœur, it's one of the most recognized buildings in Paris. And so the Musée d'Orsay is an art museum on the left bank of the Seine, so by the river. It's best known for the world's largest collection of Impressionist and Post-Impressionist masterpieces. So Monet, Van Gogh paintings are there. Interested in it? Okay. And then the cemetery, it is the world's most visited cemetery and the largest in the city of Paris. And Jim Morrison, the legendary singer of the Doors, is buried here. So that's one of the reasons why it's popular. Other people who are buried here: Chopin, Oscar Wilde, Edith Piaf, Colette, Balzac, and more than 300,000 people are buried in the cemetery, so it's very large. You'll definitely want a map so you can kind of see where areas are because it's very large. And then you're able to visit the tombs that you're interested in. And then next I have you going to Montmartre, so you maybe want to grab a bit to eat, croissant or cream brie, or just maybe grab a bottle of wine, but they have lots of fun things to do there. It's just a very cute neighborhood. Yeah, it's wandering. You're just going to wander the narrow roads. And it's very cute. It's very hilly, so make sure you bring comfortable shoes. And then there's also a church over there, the Sacré Coeur. It's a Roman Catholic church, so you're going to want to see that. Go to the top. Look at the city. It's beautiful. And that is all that I have for you about Paris. And you said you wanted to go in May. And are you looking for help for a hotel? You are? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and look that up for you. And then we'll kind of set in stone your itinerary. Take a look. I'm going to send this home with you today. Look at it, cross off anything you don't want to do. If you've heard something else that you want to visit, or if you want me to find something more that you're interested in, let me know. Another thing I would recommend, if there's something you want to take out, is the catacombs. Those are very, it's just a very interesting, kind of creepy, but it's a very interesting experience. I would recommend that for sure. Let's see here. Okay, let me see. Yeah, and then once we get closer, I'm going to give you some more tips, kind of help you get your euros situated and things that you'll need for that. Yeah, but you will take a look at the itineraries, the day-to-day itineraries. Let me know if there's something you don't want to do, and the next time we meet, we'll kind of go through in detail, and we'll change all that, and then we'll find you a hotel to stay in, and we'll get you some restaurants. Then we can go ahead and start booking things. Yeah, sounds good. Alright, well, thank you for coming today. I hope I was a helpful travel agent for you, and I know you're going to have a lovely time in Paris.